video is all about meditation and why I hope having watched this video, you'll give it a go, because it has a lot of potential advantages for us. So here goes. I started meditation, I think about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I don't know how far along you are in your experience of living with chronic illness or chronic pain, so I don't know who's watching this video. You might have been experiencing ongoing pain for, just a year, or you may have been living with it for 10 years or even longer. So I'm not doing anything fancy, okay, when I say that I'm meditating. All I'm doing is practicing it on a regular basis, and my experience is that it does help with some things. Now you might say, oh well, I don't buy into it, it's all hooey. And that's fair enough, but it does seem like science has now established that there is something to it. And how they've done that is they put Buddhist monks into brain scanners and they scanned their brains while they were meditating, and they found out that what they've identified as positive areas of the brain light up when they're meditating. Okay, so we could say, well, hang on a minute, they've been at it for absolutely donkey's years, ages and ages, eons. They practice when they're kids. So it's not quite the same as for the rest of us, ordinary Joes, ordinary Joe Schmoes. Well, in the UK here, there's a doctor and TV presenter called Dr Mosley, and a few years back he did an episode for the BBC of his show where he wasn't really, he didn't personally practice meditation as a rule. They did an experiment where he did a brief meditation session, and lo and behold, they put him in a brain scanner and it had created positive results. Now, I've done other videos where I've talked about all the kind of negative biochemical changes and hormonal changes, things like that we have to cope with because we're like chronically ill or we're in chronic pain. And you could in that way then look at meditation, couldn't you, as a way of just giving yourself a little bit of a buffer from all the negative stuff, if it's going to give your brain a chance to feel good for a little bit. All I do is I follow some guided meditations by a Buddhist monk on YouTube. That's all I do. But you might want to, subscribe to an app or something. Okay, let me just talk a little bit about, one basic pro that I've personally found is that it can reduce muscle tension. And anything really that can do that for those of us who are in chronic pain is a help, right? I'm not implying that it's going to be a cure. I'm not trying to say that you're going to be out in your back garden doing backflips or something, but if you have a painful joint somewhere in your body, you may experience what's known as referred pain. So sometimes, if you have a knee thing, it refers pain up to your hip, or if you have a pelvis thing, it refers pain up through your trunk, or anywhere really. And what that is the nerves and the muscles are doing inflammatory stuff, and they're getting really tight. So anything that can help us reduce muscle tension, I think, is probably a good thing, and it's worth a try, right? I'm going to put the link to the Dr Mosley video down below, just in case you want to check it out for yourself. And I'll also put the link to one of the Buddhist monk guided meditations that I use. He's lovely, and the thing about him is that when he was a young man, he experienced a lot of panic attacks, and he used the meditation as a way of helping himself with the panic. So he's got experience, I suppose. He's a person who has experience of trying to apply meditation to dealing with a health challenge. So again, I think that kind of adds to the credibility, hopefully. Neuroplasticity was another thing that I wanted to mention real quick. We can lay down, as far as I understand it, new neural pathways. We can change the way that our brain, the areas of our brain that are most active. That's got to be a good thing for us too, right? And also what it means is that it's never too late to start. You don't have to relax. By the way, that's not the point. At least that's what the Buddhist monk says. It's not about like always being like super relaxed. It's not about getting to a point where you can say, oh, I'm the best at meditating around, you know. It's not a competition. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't go well, or there is no going well. It doesn't matter if you get distracted. I think that's a bit of a perception that he tries to correct, is it doesn't matter if your brain wanders off. It's not about, you know, clearing your brain of every single thought and just being able to picture like blank space or something. That's not what it's about at all. So, you know, no stress. The other great thing is that it's free. Okay, it's not like medication. Sometimes medication actually costs quite a lot of money. You got to see the doctor to get the medication. So you can just, this is just something that you can just like have a go at it. And also no known side effects, except possibly, you know, fingers crossed, you end up feeling more relaxed. Great. But it's not like, you know, some of the medications that we get prescribed, they have a load of nasty side effects. On one occasion, a GP, a family doctor, prescribed me some very strong anti-inflammatories, and she forgot to give me a protein pump inhibitor with it. And they made me vomit spectacularly all over my bathroom. And there was like a reverse peristalsis situation going on. It was projectile. And my bathroom ended up looking like a Jackson Pollock painting. You know, meditation's not going to do that to you, is what I'm saying. So that's a plus. I've also had some small bits of success with like reducing, you know, sometimes you have a pain sensation that's like burning. So sometimes meditating can actually bring that down, you know, as you're meditating a little bit. And occasionally it can help you get to sleep as well if you're in a lot of pain. So, you know, these are all pluses. That's all for this little video, you guys. I apologize for the graphic description of vomiting, but well, do I? Do check out the links that I've put below. I really hope that meditation could bring some benefits for you. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and subscribe or hit the like button. If you can, go easy on yourself, go gently on yourself, and I hope I see you on the next one.